Welcome back. Today I'm reviewing a really fun novel that I really enjoyed called Lucien by J.R. Thornton. This is his second novel. He'd previously written a book called Beautiful Country about China, but this book is completely different. It takes place at Harvard, where the protagonist is a young man from a disadvantaged background who's gotten into Harvard on an art scholarship. He's a great artist. At Harvard, his roommate is the titular Lucien, who is this ultra glamorous Euro jet set kind of guy who has a certain ease in the world that the narrator, of course, envies and aspires to and wants to be like. So you're kind of in this cloistered environment of Harvard with all its traditions and its codes and its elite manners and all of that. And you've got this fish out of water who's being guided by this quite glamorous, somewhat mysterious individual. Of course, it all goes into borderline criminal, well, full-on criminal activity until the kind of truth comes out about what is what and who is who. I will say that the mystery around the roommate Lucien is a bit obvious from the beginning. You get a sense that he's not really who he says he is, that there's something fishy about this guy. And so that does hurt the novel a little bit in the sense that you really don't align with the protagonist following in the footsteps of this guy. But nonetheless, there's a really cool energy here. And for people who love Donna Tartt, this is essentially, could be seen as a mix between The Secret History and The Goldfinch. Kind of college students in an elite vibe and talking about art and its impact on the world. So it's really very interesting how these two are balanced. And Donna Tartt is clearly an influence here, as is potentially F. Scott Fitzgerald and his novel The Great Gatsby. There's that kind of sense of we're in an era of, weird wealth and glamour and so on. Those are some of the references. I only know this because I interviewed the author for my podcast. That interview is now out. The link is in the bio. It's a really good chat. I encourage you to listen to it. I'd love to hear from any of you if you've read this or perhaps his previous book, Beautiful Country. Let's get a discussion going. And in the meantime, keep reading. Thanks a lot. Bye.